Hello everyone, today we will do exercise 5.2 of unit 5, that is division. So let us read the question. Question number 1 is, put the marbles in the cups by using arrows such that each cup has equal number of marbles. Now fill in the placeholders. Now the question says that there are marbles given and also the cups are given to us, and we have to put these marbles by using these arrows in the given cups in such a way that each cup has equal number of marbles. So let us see how we can do that. Here in the first case, part A, we have total 8 marbles, okay, and now we have to put these 8 marbles equally among these, or we can say into these 4 cups, okay. So let us see how many marbles we can put in each of the given cups. So we will put these 2 marbles in the first cup, then we'll put the next 2 marbles in the next cup, then the next 2 marbles in the next cup, and then these 2 marbles in the last cup, or you can say you can begin from here also, fine, it's your choice. So we have just put 2 marbles in each of the given 4 cups. So this thing we can write in number sentence like we have 8 marbles and we have to put 8 marbles in 4 cups. So how many marbles we have put in each cup? That is 2 marbles. So this is how, after performing this activity, we can write the number sentence. Now let us do the second part, that is part B. Here we are having 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here we are having 12 marbles, 3 in each row, and in total there are 4 rows. Now we have to put these 12 marbles into these 2 cups. So how can we put that? Let us see. So out of 12, we can put the first 6 marbles in one of the cup and the second 6 marbles in the another cup. Okay, so in this way we have put 6 marbles in each cup and we have used all the 12 marbles. Okay, so let us write the number sentence. We were having 12 marbles and we were supposed to put these 12 marbles into 2 cups. So how many marbles we have put in each cup? That is 6. So this is how we can write the number sentences after performing the given activity. Now let us do the second question, that is separate dividend, divisor and quotient in each case. Now number sentences are given to us and we have to separate the dividend, divisor and the quotient, means the 3 different parts of a division sum. Okay, so that we have to separate. So let us do that. Now see part A, 15 divided by 5 is equals to 3. Now from this number sentence we have to separate dividend, divisor and quotient. So we will write like this, dividend, divisor and quotient, and let us now separate it. So the total number of things which we are having, or the number which we have to divide, or we can say the number which is written before the sign of division, is called dividend. Now the number which is written after the sign of division, it is the number by which we have to divide. So this number is known as the divisor. Now whatever is written after the sign of equal to, this is our answer of division, and the answer of division is known as the quotient. So 3 is our quotient. So here in this sentence, 15 is the dividend, 5 is the divisor and 3 is the quotient. Now let us do part B. 16 divided by 4 is equals to 4. So again we will write like this, dividend, divisor and quotient. And the number which is written before the sign of division, or we can say the total number of things that we have to divide, or the number which we have to divide, is known as the dividend. So here 16 is dividend. Again, the number which is written after the sign of division, it is the number by which we have to divide. So this number is known as divisor. And the answer which is written after the equal to sign, it is the answer which we get after dividing, okay, after doing division. So the answer of division is known as quotient. So here this 4 will be our quotient. Now let us do part C. 27 divided by 9 is equals to 3. So again we will write like this: dividend, divisor and quotient. So here the number which we have to divide, means the number which is written before the sign of division, is the dividend. So here 27 is our dividend. Now the number which is written after the sign of division, this is the number by which we have to divide. So this number is known as the divisor. So here 9 will be the divisor. Now the number which is written after the sign of equal to, this is the answer of division, and the answer of division is known as quotient. So 3 will be the quotient. So this is how we can separate dividend, divisor and quotient. Now let us do the next question, that is question number 3. Write the division facts of the following multiplication facts. Now this number sentence which is given to us, it is a multiplication fact, and we have to write, or we have to find out the division facts from this multiplication fact. So let us just solve it. Now the first part, part A, is 6 into 5 is equals to 30. Now this is the multiplication fact. Now let us take out 2 division facts from this multiplication fact. So from one multiplication fact we can take 2 division facts, okay. So first of all, now what we have to do, this 30 is the total number of things. So in division, total number of things always comes first. Then we will write this first number, okay, 6, and after equal to we will write the second number, because 30 divided by 6 is equals to 5, okay. So this is how we can just take out the first division fact from this multiplication fact. Now let us write one more division fact again. The total number of things will be written here. Now we will write the second number, that is 5. So first will be the answer. So this is how we can write 2 division facts from one given multiplication facts, okay. Now let us do part B. 4 into 5 is equals to 20. Again total will be written here. Then in how many parts we have to, or in how many persons we have to divide a number of things, we can say, if we take an example. So if we have to divide 20 toffees among 4 children, so we will write 4 here, and now each child will get 5 toffees, okay. Now likewise let us write one more division fact. Total candies we will write here, and now we have to divide these candies among 5 children, so we will write 5 here, and now each child will get 4 candies, okay. Now let us do the last part of this question. Again, if we have to divide 64 balls, so let us write 64 here. We have to divide these 64 balls among these 8 students, so we will write 8 here, and this will be the number of balls that each student will get. Now here, like both these numbers are same, fine. So no need to write the 2 division facts because they will be same. So here we will write only one division fact, because if you will write like this, total, then the second 8, and then you will write the first one, so it will be same. So if both the numbers, that is multiplier and the multiplicand, will be same, then you can say that we don't need to write the 2 division facts. From this kind of multiplication fact we will get only one division fact. So you can think upon this situation like this, that if you have 30 candies and you want to give these 30 candies equally to 6 students, so you will write 30 candies divided by 6 students. It means each student will get 5 candies. And if you want to give 30 candies to 5 students, so you will write 5 here, so each student will get 6 candies. So this is how you can just write the division facts from the given multiplication fact. Now let us do the next question, question number 4. Write the multiplication fact of the following division facts. Now division facts are given to us and we have to write the multiplication fact from it. Now from one multiplication fact we can get, or we always get, two division facts in case both the multiplicand and multiplier are not same. But from each division fact we get only one multiplication fact. So let us see how. The first part is 48 divided by 6 is equals to 8. Now how can we get the you can say multiplication fact? So what you are supposed to do, you have to multiply these two numbers and this will be your answer. Fine. So 6 into 8 is equals to 48. This is the multiplication fact which we have just derived from this division fact. Now let us do part B. Here we have to multiply these two numbers. Means 7 multiplied by 9 is equals to 63. Now here we have to multiply these two numbers. So 15 into 1 is equals to 15. So this is how we can write the multiplication fact from the given division fact. Now let us do the next question, question number 5. Look at the pictures given below and write a division sentence for each one. First one is done for you. See, you can say here we have, you can assume it as ball or something like that. If we say it is a ball, so we have total 12 balls and these 12 balls are divided into 4 groups and each group is having 3 balls. Okay, so here we have to write total number of things, then in how many groups that thing is being divided, and then how many things are there in each group. So let us see the second example, or you can say second part. So here we have total 8 cherries. So we will write here 8. Now these 8 cherries are divided into 2 groups. So we will write here 2. Then in each group there are 4 cherries. So this is how we can just write the division sentence from just the given pictures. Now here in this case, in total there are 16 stars and these stars are divided into how many groups? 4 groups. And in each group, how many stars are there? 4 stars. So this is how we can just write the division sentence. Now let us see. Again, let us assume it as marble or balls, whatever you want to assume. Okay. So in total there are 18 marbles or balls, you can say. So the total number of things we will write here. Now in how many groups these balls or marbles are divided? Into 3 groups. Now how many balls or marbles are there in each group? 6. Fine. So first you have to write total number of things, then in how many groups these things are divided, and then how many things are there in each group. Fine. So this is how we can write the division sentence, or we can say the division fact. Now let us do the last question of this exercise, question number 6. Use tables and fill in the placeholders. Now you should know the tables. Fine. So I hope you all are knowing the tables very well. If not, then you have to just work upon your tables. Okay. Now let us see. 36 divided by 9 is equals to, how many times a number will be multiplied by 9 to get 36? So 9 fours are 36, or you can say if you have to divide 36 candies among 9 students or children, so how many candies will each child get? That is 4. Now second part, 56 divided by 8. Now go through the table of 8. 8 sevens are 56. So we will write here 7, or we can say if we have to divide 56 candies among 8 students, so each child will get 7 candies. Now let us do the next one, 63 divided by 9. Now go through the table of 9. 9 sevens are 63. So let us write here 7. So if we have to divide 63 candies among 9 students, so each student will get 7 candies. Now you are eating so much candies, huh? So now what to write here? Dash divided by 8 is equals to 6. Now how to write this? You can say that you have to write here the division fact. जैसे आप division fact लिखते हैं ना, likewise you have to think upon this. So what you can do? You can multiply these two numbers and you can write the final answer here. 8 6 are 48. And when you will go through the table of 8, you will see that 8 6 are 48. Fine. Again, this place is missing. So multiply these two numbers. 7 8s are 56. Total will be written here. Now the last part. So multiply these two numbers. 2 8s are 16. And if you will go through the table of 2, 2 8s are 16. So this is how you can do these questions by using tables. So dear students, I hope you would have understood all the questions of this exercise which we have done today. Thank you.
It's caught in the crossfire.